Have you ever thought of becoming a guardian on LeetCode? I am a guardian myself, rated 2400 on the platform and ranked in the top 0.32%. To become better at DSA, there is only one thing that is required, and it is constant practice. So let's solve today's GFG POTD and practice together. Longest array with at most two distinct integers. Given an array ARR consisting of positive integers, your task is to find the length of the longest subarray that contains at most two distinct integers. The first example is an array 212. Here the entire array 212 contains at most two distinct elements, which are 2 and 1. Hence the length of the longest subarray is 3. The next example that we have is an array 3, 1 and 4 times 2. Here the longest subarray containing at most two integers is the subarray found by the last 5 elements. Hence the answer is 5. Here we can see the constraints are 10 to the power of 5. So we cannot apply 2 for loops, and we have to make an answer that is of complexity O of n. Let's move to the whiteboard and see how can we do it. We can solve this using 2 pointers. We can keep our left and right pointers at the 0th index and then keep moving our right pointer towards right until we see that the subarray between the left and right is invalid, that is, it has more than 2 distinct elements. In that case, we will move our left pointer towards right until the subarray becomes valid. At each step, we also maximize the answer with the value of r minus l plus 1, which is the number of elements between the left and the right pointers. Let's see how can we code this in C++. Here I've initiated an unordered map of int comma int called m, and I've initiated my l as 0. For the right pointer, I am iterating from 0 to n minus 1, and at each iteration, I'm adding that element's frequency in my map. I'm also checking in a while loop if my map has a size which is greater than 2. If that is the case, it means that the subarray between my left and right pointers have more than 2 distinct elements. In that case, I'm decreasing my the frequency of that element which the left pointer was pointing at, and if the frequency becomes 0, I'm erasing it from my map and I'm increasing my left pointer by 1. At the end of this, I am maximizing my answer with the value of r minus l plus 1, and at the end of this iteration, I'm returning this answer.